Hello, ACDA East. Welcome to another episode of our conference conversations. This evening, we have with us Dr. Edryn Coleman. We are so excited. Dr. Coleman, welcome to Conference
You.
Conversations.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. We're so glad that you're here with us. And for those of us in our region who might not know you very well, could you please tell us about yourself and where you are and what you do and how you came to choral music?
Sure. I am currently the choral director at Oakland Mills High School in Columbia, Maryland, which is in Howard County Public Schools. I've been there now 6, 7 years. This is year 20 in teaching. I've taught every level: elementary, middle, high school, college. I did it in reverse. I went to college first and then taught high school. But it was a personal goal of mine to teach at every level. I came
Yeah.
into choral music like a lot of African American people, right through church,
Okay.
singing in church, playing the piano in church, having that choral experience in church. Promoted by my middle school, well, then junior high school choral director, and my high school choral director, who I'm still both very much friends with to this day, who are both mentors still to me to this day. My high school choral director, I hope she doesn't get mad when I say this, sent me a text message when the journal came out, and she was like, "Page 33" with a lot of exclamation points. So I
I
came to
love
this
it.
very honestly through church and very two fine junior high school and high school choral directors who are still very active in my life today.
That's amazing. Uh, so now that we know a little bit more about you, tell us about your choir, uh, and what about your choir makes you unique with your process or with your even your place in the community. Tell us about them.
Sure. My choir at my school, Oakland Mills High School, our motto is to welcome home, that you're home. OM, Oakland Mills. And so whenever there is a word with the OM combination together, we use that. And so we always use the word welcome home, lowercase O, big M, lowercase e. And so there's always a place for everyone in my school. And my school has a very large population of diverse students, um, different languages and ethnicities. We are extremely diverse in my school system. And so when I look at my school choir, I see so many religions, so many races, so many ethnicities, so many sexualities. I could not think that an ensemble would fit into what ACDA was asking for and looking for more than what I stood and looked at in front of my students every day in my own classroom. And so I thought, who better to be able to represent what ACDA is asking for than the students I get to teach every day at my school?
That is amazing. Well, we can't wait to see them, and we can't wait to meet them and treat them like the rock stars they are at the conference. I'm sure they're looking forward to that too.
They are. There's a countdown on the board.
I'm sure. Oh my goodness. So tell us about the repertoire that these amazing kids are going to be singing in Cincinnati and kind of the vibe of your overall, program and experience.
Sure. Well, I have to first say, everybody, it's not a concert. We're doing a session. I don't want people to expect a concert. But at the
Sure.
same time, it is still good, meaty music that we are presenting. The
Yeah.
session came to me from just a myriad of things through my time during COVID, when we were doing the virtual learning, through the
Mm,
time of people having the want for more music by composers of color.
mhm.
And then, too, after coming back from COVID, realizing that we as teachers needed accessible music. So I thought, how could I help my choral community in all those areas of finding accessible music for high school, middle school students, and also finding music that was by composers of color. And so I thought, hey, let me cultivate a list of music that I can do with my students coming back from the 18 months of virtual learning, where after coming back, I think a lot of us realized our students may have lost some of the technique that we had so put into them,
Right.
that they were at such a high caliber when they left from our core programs and came back, not because they weren't great students, just because they didn't have that consistent pedagogy being put into them
Right.
on a daily basis. And so,
Right.
when you're doing it behind the screen versus having it in person, you're just not getting that same impact. And so
Right.
we are now seeing the results of the impact of that. And so that meant for me as a choral director, retooling some of the music that I'm doing with my students, not to give them easy music or to dumb it down, but to find music that is really teachable so that I can rebuild those skills that still put them in a highlight on a performance stage at the same time.
Absolutely. And you said that this isn't a concert, but it is a concert. It's this hybrid of concert and session
It
and
is.
teaching
It
and
is.
pedagogy. And so this is a new, wonderful, creative, different way of showcasing different forms of excellence in the art form, really. And different kinds of sound, different kinds of goals and uniqueness within our, within the art form, within our ensembles. And so what do you think about this process for this Insight Choir experience, and how do you think, maybe it will affect our conference experience?
When I saw the insight sessions, to be totally honest, it
Mm-hmm.
was extremely exciting to me
Mm-hmm.
because I thought that's the teacher who I am. I like to
Mm-hmm.
be able to demonstrate and show what's going on with my students in
Right.
my classroom. The learning process is the fun part to me. I love performing. I don't think anyone who is in choral music doesn't love being on a stage and
Sure.
performing, but the roadmap and the getting there and the woodshedding and the note learning is just so invigorating to me. Watching the light bulbs go on, watching
Right.
the steps, making the increases. Those are the things that just get me going and keep me so motivated to keep working to the performance. The performance is the cherry on top. We got
Right.
there. But
Right.
man, the journey getting there is so much fun to me.
Yeah.
So that's why, and that's where I am
I
with
love
all of
it.
that.
And uh, looking at the Insight Choirs, it really is this opportunity for educators to show the artistry of the pedagogy.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just as much a part of that artistic process, and it's great that we as a community are celebrating,
Yes. And
that.
again, when I saw it, I was so excited
Oh,
because,
I'm so
again, it was
glad.
something new about the whole process. There was a new lane for teachers to be able to show something else,
Yeah.
another quality about the teaching and the learning process
Mhm.
that students have in the choral classroom or
Absolutely.
yeah, in the choral classroom.
Absolutely. Agreed. 100%. Well, can you tell us, I want to back up just a little bit. I know you mentioned a piece, I think. Can you give us the other pieces that your students will be sharing
Sure,
with
sure. Let me
us?
let me talk about some of the music. So
Yeah.
specifically, we're doing "Sing Out My Soul" by Marcus Garrett, very very
Mhm.
popular now. Uh, "Music of Life" by Dr. Brittany Boykin.
Yeah.
"Tadakita" by Renee Esmel. We're working on that one.
Yep.
"Jam" by Tracy Wong, which is so cool and
Mm.
vibrant.
Yeah.
O Manu Mysterium by Edryn Ramos, who is a high school choral director in
I love
Texas,
that
doing some
piece.
wonderful things.
I love that piece.
Yes,
Mhm.
and one of the reasons a lot of this music is SAB and some of it is SATB and SAB.
Mhm.
I'm doing the Word Was God by Stephanie Powell. So I have six specific pieces that we're going to sing through in the session. But I want people to know that when I say it's not a concert, yes, we're singing, but we're not the only ones who are going to be singing. The audience has to sing with us. It's a reading session. So we're going to sing a little bit. Audience has to sing a little bit. We're going
I
to sing a little
love
bit
it.
together. The
I
choir
love
is,
it.
I'm going to use the choir to point out some specific things in the music, to show some teaching things in the music.
Love
So
it.
it's going to be a very interactive reading session. So when I saw that hybrid wording, I knew that there was a way to just really have
Mm,
some fun between the audience and the students and to show a lot of things and show
yeah.
just not how our classroom functions just with us, but who we are as musicians, how my students can work in all environments. And yeah, we're ready to have some fun.
Oh my goodness. I cannot wait. I will be on the front row screaming my head off. I cannot wait for this. This is going to be amazing. Oh, thank you for sharing all of that.
Just yeah.
So in all of these, conference conversations, we're calling them, uh, we get to know a little bit about you. We get to know about your choir and what. Oh no, Edryn, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. Do you see that I'm frozen?
I do.
Oh, that's fun. Hold on just a second. Okay, I'm just gonna
There
clip
you
that
go.
out.
Hey.
Okay, clip, start again. All
Oh,
right. Um, so in addition to getting to know you a little bit and your choir and about your concert performance, your overall session, we have a lightning round for all of our directors from the Eastern region who will be at National Conference. Thank you to
okay.
Will Gunn, our from New Hampshire, our R&R for high school choirs. He came up with this little lightning round. So this is going to allow us to get to know you pretty well. So here we go, lightning round. Are you ready, Dr. Coleman?
I am ready.
Okay. What is your favorite piece that you have programmed this year?
Sing Out My Soul by Marcus Garrett.
Okay.
Everybody knows that Marcus is my best friend, but when he wrote the piece, it wasn't my favorite piece. And that's just honest. My
Fair.
students loved it. And it wasn't until I had the chance to really work on it as a teacher and fall in love with my students that I realized I was wrong. This piece is hot. And so it has become my favorite piece, and I have no problem I've told him that, I've told other people that. So his piece is by far one of the most favorite that I'm doing this year. My students love it. I love it. It's they call it a choral banger.
I love that. I know that term. Okay, so what's your favorite, or what is a piece that you've programmed recently that you like cannot wait to do again?
Sing
Something
to Me by Reginald Wright. It is absolutely gorgeous. SATB with violin. The piano just supports so well. It is accessible with a little work. There's some shifting tonalities that take a little bit of work.
Okay.
But it's absolutely gorgeous. It just calls for the students to sing long, long lines. So much teaching in the beauty of that piece. So Sing to Me by Reginald Wright with violin or oboe.
I love that.
Instrument in C. Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right. This might be controversial, but which is your favorite state in the Eastern region? And you can give us reasons.
I can give you reasons and I'll tell you why. Number one, I have to say Maryland, and not because I live here, but because I work and serve here and do so very happily. I
Yeah.
have some wonderfully supportive colleagues in the state who call, who text, who are supportive, who do anything to support music education, choral music. We do a really good job in my state. Not only am I on the ACDA board for Maryland, I'm also the president of the Maryland Choral Educators Association. And so we are really trying to do a good job of doing joint things together between both ACDA and the Maryland MEA organization, which is Maryland
That's
Choral
excellent.
Educators.
Yeah.
For the past 2 years, we've done a joint reading session between the two organizations. We've invited all the teachers from the state, whether you're in the MEA or you're in the ACDA, and it's a joint fundraiser reading session, and we use those scholarship money to support kids who go to the All-State or the Honor Choirs. So I love my state. We collaborate.
Yeah, you do. It's clear. I love it. So who is a conductor or maybe even a composer that you would love to work with or have your choirs work with? I know it's so tough to decide.
Oh my goodness, I wasn't ready for that.
I know.
A composer or conductor I would
Yeah.
love my choirs to work with. Somebody who is close to me that I have not had the opportunity to bring into my classroom yet, Deanna Saez at Towson University. She is
Yes,
just amazing and so strong.
she
She
is.
is both a composer and a conductor. Her
Yes.
musicianship and her understanding of just how to get the deepness out of students and to really pull the musicianship out of them. To watch her work is awesome. I've taken some students to do honor choirs with her at Towson, and
Mhm.
she's somebody in my backyard who I really want to get into my classroom. So
Yeah,
yeah, I'll check both boxes, composer and conductor. Dr.
I
Duggan
love it.
Sias at Towson University.
Oh my goodness. Well, actually, Dr. Sayas and Dr. Garrett are conducting the all-state choirs in Connecticut this year.
Dr. Sias is also conducting for Maryland this year. She's busy.
Busy. Dr. Sayas, you watching this video? We're talking about you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a bucket list choir moment? A
I do have
piece?
a bucket list choir moment, and this is a moment of pure, unadulterated honesty.
Okay.
My bucket list as a choral director is to conduct an all-state one day.
Hmm.
I have had such wonderful experiences. I did all-state all throughout my time in Alabama, where I'm from.
Yeah.
I made it every year. I know how that impacted me,
Yeah.
and it changed my life to be able to have those musical experiences with students who wanted to work at such a high caliber for such a
Yeah.
finite amount of time, to work so hard to get it right, and to have these guest conductors come in that we just looked at with such awe
Yeah.
and just wanted to be like, and just to be able to give those experiences to a student, to make music
Right.
and to know that you are imparting something so profound on somebody. And it's fun. Let's just be
It
honest, it's
is fun,
fun
and
too. It's
it's
fun.
such a profound experience, and it has the opportunity to be so intense and so unique, and the bonding between conductor and choir in that setting is just so different than our daily lives in a classroom.
Yeah, yeah.
So I like that bucket list. Okay, Eastern Region, I know you're out there. Dr. Coleman needs to conduct an all-state choir. Let's go. Let's go. Okay? All right. Last question. Sometimes people get big feelings about this question.
Uh-oh.
But this is where we'll leave it, okay?
Okay.
Are you do-based minor or are you law-based minor?
Oh, there is no even question. I am law-based minor. I am not a perfect with perfect pitch, and I grew
Same.
up sight reading.
Same.
Thank you to my middle school, junior high school choral director, Carol Cheatham, and my high school choral director, Gene Davis, who made us be able to do it without a piano. And so they were like, you better find that la, do, ti, la, ti, do, and go from there. And so I am very law-based minor because we were made to do that way back in the day.
Right.
So that's how I teach law-based minor.
I agree. I agree. Oh my goodness. Dr. Coleman, we are so grateful for you. Thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you for this conversation, to say hello to the region, to invite people to come to your session, to meet you and your students at the national conference, and just know that the Eastern region is so proud of you and your students, and thank you for contributing to the conference in this way. We're very, very
Well, thank you
grateful.
so much for the time. I'm so happy to share, and I'm looking forward to the conference and hope we do the Eastern region proud.
All right, you will. Thank you so much.
Thank you.